Well guys, welcome back. We're out here working on the F-150 again tonight. Here we got Zaya's welding away on the box, and I'm going to start slinging some filler here. Here my master welder welding away on this box. We got it all tacked in the other night, but now he's just welding it all up solid. And then I cut out another section up here. We got a panel cut for that already, ready to put in. I'll go around the other side so you can see what he's got going on over there. We got the one panel in there, tacked in. Obviously we got to do the rest of the welding, but we cut the next section out, get that cut in there, tack that together with another new piece, just a little piece at a time. Okay guys, so starting the filler process. We want to make sure we got a waterproof filler going in any of these seams where we got welding done. So we're going to start with the fiberglass short strain here. Got my hardener, got my filler. We're going to shake it up the best I can, and then we'll mix it. And we're going to have a little bit of time because I don't know how fast this stuff's going to move. I'll show you as I'm mixing it. You guys get an idea. But okay, guys, I want to show you something here. I opened up this filler, and if you can look in there, you see all that liquid up there, more or less. That filler is just kind of all the thinner stuff went to the top. It's just kind of all runny. Really, the best thing to do is I've seen guys take it and stick it on a paint shaker. Obviously, we ain't got one of them, so just really need to make sure you stir that up good, just so you get a good mix in that filler. Especially if it's been sitting on your shelf for a while. I'm no body man by any means, but anything you do to make your project a little easier for yourself, and just you get that bond we're looking for, so that filler stays where it belongs, and in the end we just want a decent job. So taking the extra step to really mix that up is well worth it. Okay guys, we got the filler all stirred up, and now we got about a baseball size, maybe softball size glob of filler there. I still have to add my hardener. Important that you take this hardener and really mix this hardener up before you open it and put it on there. Then we're going to put this nice ribbon across the whole pile there, mix it up. Depending on how much hardener we put in there, depends how quick that sets up. And we really don't want it moving too fast so I got a chance to work with it, but we do want it to set up. So anyway, we'll be working the filler a little bit. I'll try and show you some of that, and then we'll start on these, probably start on these cab corners, little seams here, and then I'll work my way back to the back of the bed here. So we'll try and get a little bit in there. It won't be quite as close as I'd like to get because I need to be able to get in there and work. So, okay guys, so we got the first layer of filler on. Started working it down a little bit. Started getting pretty good shape on this cab corner here. Sealed up all our welds. Again, this fiberglass short strain is waterproof, so any little holes that we might have had in our weld, we get sealed up there. Get our first layer down. Got pretty decent shape. We got a lot of sanding yet to do, but we'll get it down. We'll put some guide coat on and see where our low spots are. You can see quite a few, it's raised up quite a few spots yet. And then I just start working this across there once it tacks up. Still got a ways to go. And then this was one of the uglier spots of the cab corner here. I got that filled, started working that down. Once we're done with that, you won't even notice that. I will, because I did it, but so we got this in here fiberglassed up as well where the seam was, just in case we got any little pop throughs from the weld. This will all be waterproofed, good and solid. Nice thing is this doesn't have to be perfect back here. That's actually a weld seam. Normally there's seam sealer on there, but we'll clean it up really nice, and once it's painted you won't even be able to tell. Well, we're pretty excited. We got a lot done tonight. Zaya did quite a bit of welding on the box. Got most of that one panel all welded up. We ran out of welding gas, so another trip to Farm and Fleet tomorrow. But as you see on the earlier pictures, we got the first layer of fiberglass on. So we got the waterproofing done in the back of the cab. Started shaping that cab corner up a little bit. So we got quite a bit of sanding in the future, but that's working pretty good. Get that all sanded down, check for low spots and stuff. Then we'll start with our lightweight filler after that. But I get pretty excited. I needed some motivation. I was kind of getting burnt out because we were welding so long, but now we're starting to get to the filler part, and so I can see the light at the end of the tunnel here. But hopefully we can get a lot done this weekend. We're going to try and fly through as much as we can. Hey guys, just thought I'd share this with you. This is just a normal day in the life of BTW Garage. Using my tripod yesterday, trying to film some more footage for you guys. The thing just kind of, it tipped over on the hood of my truck, snapped the clip off, so did a little redneck ingenuity and zip tied it together. I will get through the next couple videos so we can get a new one ordered, but I just thought you guys get a laugh out of that. Welcome back, guys. It's Saturday morning here. Pretty nice weekend. I had planned to work last night in the garage, and today my wife was away on a retreat, and so me and Zaya thought we'd get a lot done. Well, we ran to get parts last night and supplies, and by the time we got back, it was pretty late. So I said, well, let's just work on it tomorrow. So tomorrow came, and I woke up and my other son called and said he needed help. So I said, okay, Zay, go help him. Well, here we are sitting in the garage Saturday morning, probably about 10 o'clock now. I'm just getting started. But this is life, you know, stuff pops up all the time, and these are why our projects take forever. So anyway, I had to fix my tripod this morning because that broke. But little redneck ingenuity there, a couple wire ties. But anyway, we're going to get back to the filler. I got the first coat of fiberglass on the other night. We started sanding that down. The rest of it wasn't tacked up enough, so we're going to get into that today. Just wanted to show you guys, there's a lot of different ones out there, but I picked mine up off Facebook, but I got a set of the Durablocks and just a different size sanding blocks, nice to have around. So anyway, thought I'd show you the blocks quick, and then we'll kind of show you what we got started here, and we'll go from there. Stay tuned. I appreciate you guys all watching. Remember, please hit that like button and subscribe. It helps us out a tremendous amount. Okay, guys, like this is cheap Harbor Freight stuff, but I just like getting the rolls with actually the sticky back for these Durablocks. Just I mean, you got different lengths. You obviously want to have our sanding blocks, you know, fit the size of the area we're working. But I like this these little round ones here for getting some of these curved areas on this down by the cab corners on this. It works really nice. I got the first layer of filler ground down and sanded pretty smooth, ready to do some guide coat on this, and then see what I need to add for more here. Today we got a lot done. We got the dash all apart. I pulled that cluster out. I had to get the dash pad off so we can paint the dash pad and everything. That was a challenge. And all this is going to be blue and stuff, the same color as the truck, so I wanted to get a lot of that out of the way. Got the clearance lights all off. Got the trim off the sides today. All that's off. So basically we just got to do our guide coat now on both the cab corners. This here's a lot of low spots there actually. The other cab corner all sanded down, ready for guide coat, and then our second layer. So with the first layer of filler sanded down, I just wanted to show you a little trick I learned off the Eastwood, their videos they got on YouTube about a lot of their stuff. And this is a neat little trick. If you ain't got guide coat to see where your low spots are, you just take a Sharpie and gonna make some squiggly lines there, and if you sand across it, if it's a low spot, that marker's gonna stay there. If it's a high spot, it'll sand off. And I'll show you over here. I know I got a couple high spots. You'll see where it gets sanded off here. So now that we got you in the tripod, guys, I'll show you what I mean by these here are all low spots. As I run this sandpaper across this, nothing happens. So I know that's low, I gotta add filler. Here, you can see where this sanded off here and here. Then my low or high spots there. But this here, instead of sanding down, I'm actually gonna tap that in because it's actually a little bump there. So we're gonna take our body here. see that. Rub that right off of there. It's not really doing anything there. So we still got a little high spot here. Try and take our heel dolly. That feels pretty good. Well, once again, these are all low spots, so we're going to fill that. Now we got our fiberglass filler that's waterproof. Take my mineral spirits or degreaser, wipe this all down. Lay my next layer of filler on here of the lightweight filler. We got our second layer of filler on here. Started seeing that down. That's looking pretty decent. That's just about ready for primer on the back side here. It's cab corners too. I'll be wrapping that up in about 40 minutes or so, and it'll be all good. Okay guys, the cab corners are all sanded down, ready to for primer. The back here is ready for primer, except for I got one little low spot over there I'm going to take care of yet. And earlier I found this dent I didn't see before. It's all ready. Well, I found this little bit of rust too I'm going to have to clean up and just take care of before we get into primer. Well guys, as I said earlier, we've been working on this box. Zaya has got some panels welded in here and they are looking awesome. Got basically that whole bottom section done now. Now we're going to put the cross member on the back side. He's got them finished welded up a little bit here. Then where these holes are on the left there's a cross member that goes on the back, so we're going to put that on first and then we're going to see what we need to actually patch. But it is looking awesome. Well guys, that wraps up this episode of BTW Garage. As you saw in the video, we got a ton of stuff done this weekend. Zaya got a couple patch panels welded in the bed. We're ready for the cross members now in the back of the box there. There's a couple holes that we got that go right about the center of that second cross member. We're going to put the cross member in first and see where we need to put our patches there after that. We got the cab corners done as you saw. They're ready for primer. Got one little low spot in the back of the cab here. We got to fill, sand that down, and then clean up the rust around that drip edge that I showed you earlier. And we'll be ready for primer on the cab. One thing when you saw, I took that dash pad out and removed everything from the dash cluster. And when I put that back in, I'll go over that in detail. But that is quite of a pain to get that dash pad out. The reason I took that out, we're going to be using a vinyl and fabric paint on that dash pad, and the door panels are going to be black. And where the rest of the dash, what's up the windshield, we're going to paint that blue, so I need to be able to have all that open so I get that painted. The other thing we were talking about with the dash is when you pull that instrument cluster out, here's a lot of guys showing videos how to get that connector off of the speedometer cable. Really, you just tip that plastic tab to the one side and it pops right out. It was harder to get the electrical connector out for the gauge cluster just because it was you had to push in on both sides, and to try and get your hands back there was a challenge. But now that we got that out, as you can see here, like all these lights back here, we got LED replacements for that. So we're going to put blue LED bulbs in here, and so the whole dash should light up in blue when we're done with that. Otherwise, we're pretty much ready for primer. That wraps up this video, guys. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, put them down in the comments below. Hopefully I can help you out answering them. Please hit the subscribe button and that like button. It really helps us out a lot. We could really use a few more subscribers here. I know we got a bunch of people watching, but not many subscribers, so please help us out there. Again, thanks for watching, and that's this episode of the F-150 project.